Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Travel Mole broadcast here from the Destinations International Conference in Tampa, Florida, 2024. I couldn't be more delighted than to have Jane Cunningham, the Director of European Engagement for Destinations. Good afternoon, Jane.
Hi, good afternoon, Graham.
How are you doing?
Very well.
Good. Jane, you've been on a longish journey around Europe in the last couple of years, finding out what destinations want. Sounds like a Mel Gibson movie, but it's not quite. But what have been your findings?
Yeah, I've been on this listening tour, 2.5 years with Destinations International. And first and foremost, we have so many destinations that I'd heard of Destinations International, but assumed it was a North American association only. And so a lot of what I've been doing is sharing a bit more about what DI does. But more than that, it's been about listening, understanding what are the challenges with countries, cities, regions, and you know the size of Europe, you know the breadth of Europe and the variety of destinations and the challenges that small destinations have, big destinations, and it's really trying to figure out what's important to these destinations and how can we gain some of the great tools, resources, and community in North America to benefit the European destinations. So that's pretty much been the journey so far.
And does that include, because I know Destinations International do a lot of training, are those training tools going to be made available to European destinations?
Yeah, everything is available. And what we're trying to do is really look into everything and do a bit of an audit on what DI does and what are the pieces that are specifically relevant for the European community and how can we make sure that they're seeing that there's value in DI, but they're also being able to capture that value. So at the end of the year, they can say, oh, we've been members of Destinations International and it's grown my network. I learned some things that I didn't know that could benefit my destination. I've been able to take on a tool that's really made a difference when they're looking at different areas within the organization that they want to particularly focus on.
Good. A lot of the messaging from this conference has been about destination stewardship and the graduation, not away from destination marketing, but to have a more inclusive view, I suppose, both social inclusion, but community and everything in terms of the development of tourism. There's been some very public events in Europe recently about over-tourism, resident sentiment. Even in a place like Edinburgh, which I think you might be familiar with, they're going to put this proposed tourist tax to make sure that the numbers are kept at a reasonable level. Do you find that has a fertile ground in Europe for those types of thoughts and policies?
Yeah, that is the conversation. That is the only conversation. You know, we talk about the triple bottom line. We talk about really how does tourism benefit citizens. It was Paul Kelly, the CEO of Felch Ireland yesterday. He said, I'm not here to serve all these different stakeholders. I'm here for the citizens because for so many destinations in Europe, they are funded by taxes that citizens pay. I think still there is a problem with the world tourism, and together, collectively, globally, we need to have discussions around how do we truly engage our citizens and our communities better so that they understand the value. I think it was Rory Archibald from Visit Scotland said, you can talk about the millions of pounds, dollars, euros that tourism brings in, but if you're speaking to somebody locally who lives in that city, he may say, but my bins are still not being collected or the streets still look a mess. So how can we actually demonstrate how important tourism is? And it's not just about heads and beds and bums and seats. It's about the destination development. We talk about tourist attractions. We shouldn't be saying tourist attractions. These attractions are for visitors, or for citizens first, that visitors can also have this great experience. So it really is the demonstrating the value of tourism, the impact that has on the environment and the social impact it has as well. And I have to say, when it comes to European destinations and when it comes to a strong focus on climate change, you know, I think European cities and countries are really leading the charge, a lot because of what the EU directive is and what we need to report on, but it's because it's more of a way of life. We absolutely understand that we need to cherish and nourish and make sure that our cities and regions and countries are flourishing. But in North America, what I'm seeing a lot more is about the community engagement, real deep citizen engagement, getting people on board. And this, the bridge that we're building between North America and Europe, is exactly that. We've got great knowledge of sustainability, best practices, reporting, etc., coming across to North America, where the community engagement, the citizen engagement, the really having that, or not only the seat at the table, but Santiago here from Tampa said that he is laying the table and inviting people, a true leadership within the destination, and bringing all these players together. So it's an exciting time because the challenges are local challenges in many ways, but it's all about the big global challenges that we are all talking about, whether it be the UN SDGs or the new important reporting when it comes to ESG.
So we're heading towards this tourism Shangri-La, are we?
Tourism Shangri-La.
Heaven, as far as tourism is concerned. We're going to combine all of these things. They're going to be fantastic. So that's good. But if I'm a European destination, can I become a member of Destination International tomorrow? How is that marketing of your products going?
Yeah, thank you for asking that question. Yeah, so the 2.5 years of this listening tour, we're going to bring the group together in Barcelona, which is exciting. We're hoping to have a case study from Barcelona while we're there, a really good opportunity to do a little bit more listening, but also everything has been done in collaboration with our pathfinders, these 28 European destinations. 29, actually. It's wonderful. Milan just recently joined us. And then we want to move to an actual European membership. And when I talk about the European membership, there are the benefits that North American destinations also gain, but we really want to hone in on the specific areas that are going to make the difference to the European community. So we will be rolling that out at the end of the year so that any organisation could join us on the Pathfinder journey now until the end of this year, but then we'll be moving to this European membership, which will include a Pathfinder element, is what we hope to do, which is all about basically the knowledge sharing between North America and Europe. A lot of activities that DI does is in North America, and we understand we need to make sure that we're having events either online or locally within different European communities. So it's exciting, and we're welcoming as many European destinations who want to get on board to have a voice, because we are developing our tools and services so that they're more globally relevant. We're changing some of our language away from, example, EDI, equity, diversity and inclusion, to social inclusion. And when we talk about social inclusion, it encompasses a lot more than what you would think. I think we're talking about whether it be youth engagement, whether it be homelessness, whether it be dealing with crime. And pretty much the majority of cities around the world have these challenges. So how can DI, through, for example, our social inclusion assessment tool, really help destinations understand where they are in becoming a welcoming and area for anyone and everyone.
Marvellous. Well, more power to our Jane. And thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.